Hello everyone, welcome to another Nightmare playthrough of the Lord of the Rings living card game. In this video I'm having a look at Journey Along the Anduin Nightmare mode. So that's the second quest from the core set, and you may remember this is the one where you start the game with the hill troll in play in the staging area, and you can't get past stage 1B while there are any hill troll cards in play, so you have to find a way of getting rid of this guy in order to progress. So the way most people used to do that back in the core set days was to engage the hill troll and then put a forest snare on it, and that would allow you to kind of deal with him on your own terms, so you didn't have to tank him. That 6 attack is really difficult to deal with, and also his text raises your threat every time he does excess damage on a character. So you could put him in a forest snare and then you could deal with him when you're ready. But in Nightmare mode, they've stopped you from doing that because they've added some text to the Nightmare card up here, which says all troll enemies gain the text cannot have attachments, so you can't take the trap route anymore. You have to find some other way of dealing with the hill troll. And it's also got some new text: if the encounter deck is empty at any time, shuffle the encounter discard pile back into the encounter deck. So you might remember that this quest has got 3 stages. In the first one you have to deal with the hill troll. In the second one, you have to reveal 2 cards every round from the encounter deck, but the enemies don't make engagement checks, so you don't necessarily have to deal with them all. You just want to try and quest through that part as quickly as possible and get to stage 3B, because there you reveal 2 cards when it's revealed, and then you don't reveal cards for the rest of the game in the staging step. Instead you win the game by killing all the enemies in play. So I think what that bit of text does at the end of the Nightmare card there is make sure that enemies always get shadow cards. You could come to a situation where you're in the combat phase and the encounter deck's empty, so they don't get shadow cards, but here you have to reshuffle it every time, so you don't get the kind of easy route of dealing with enemies that don't have shadow effects on them. In terms of this quest, it's a really kind of well-balanced quest in terms of what it does. It throws difficult enemies at you, you need good questing power, you want to bring cancellation, so it's a very sort of balanced and all-round quest in terms of its difficulty. And what they've added are a few new nasty enemies to the encounter deck. So we've got these marshland outlaws. They really slow you down. If you're engaged with them, you cannot attack or deal damage through effects to enemies with a title other than marshland outlaws. And they've got 2 defense and 8 health, so it does take a while to kill those, I find, and very low engagement costs, so you do end up engaged with them relatively quickly. Another one they've added is the brown water rats. So these are really, really annoying enemies. There are 3 copies of them in the encounter deck. 1 engagement cost, 1 attack, 1 defense, but null value for their health. And the text says they cannot be damaged, so you can't actually get rid of them until stage 3 because they've got that forced effect. If the players are on stage 3 and all remaining enemies have the printed rat trait, discard brown water rats from play, so they're going to be the last enemy that leaves play. You can't kill them, you just have to tank them. They're really annoying because, like I said, you either tank them and they eat up your defenders, or they nibble away at you doing 1 damage, possibly even 2 damage, depending on their shadow effect. So very annoying card. And that shadow effect, attacking enemy cannot be damaged this round, that's really annoying as well, especially if that goes on a hill troll or the last enemy in play when you're on stage 3B. It's a very, very annoying card. They've also added this Anduin troll spawn. He's not so bad, although he's got fairly big stats for an enemy. But if there's no hill troll in play, Anduin troll spawn gains surge. That can be very annoying in stage 2B. Once you've got rid of the whole hill troll, he can bring in more cards. And he's got that forced effect there. At the beginning of the combat phase, Anduin troll spawn engages a player engaged with a hill troll. To be honest, I find that hasn't really hit me that much in solo, that effect. I think that's more one to worry about for multiplayer. So not too bad in terms of what he does. But then the next card is really a Nightmare card. 10 threat, Gladden Marshlands, 10 quest points as well. Really nasty card. I think it's the sort of, I want to say linchpin, but I think it's the card that you worry about the most in this quest, and you really need some way to deal with this in your deck, whether in terms of raw questing power, if it's revealed you just quest past it, or tricks that will lower its threat to 0. You could use Secret Pass from the core set or some other way to get rid of this card as quickly as possible. It does have that action there, deal 1 damage to a hero you control to reduce Gladden Marshland's threat by 1 until the end of the phase. Any player may trigger this effect, but of course that's putting damage on your heroes, which is generally not something that you want to do. Very nasty card. and one to look out for and deal with as quickly as possible when you play this one. Another location they added is a flooded forge. This one's not so bad, but it does have a really nasty effect on the text. Each card revealed by the encounter deck gains doomed X. X is the number of progress tokens on this card. So you definitely don't want to be putting progress on that gradually with things like Northern Tracker and Asphaloth. You have to kind of get rid of that one as quickly as possible. Then you've got 3 new treacheries. Smoking Blood. When revealed, remove all damage from all enemies. Then each player raises his threat by the amount of damage just removed from his engaged enemies. If no damage is removed by this effect, Smoking Blood gains Surge. So when I play this, I usually find that this just gains Surge because I hardly ever leave damage on enemies. So it doesn't really do a lot, that card I found, but it would probably do more if you've got more players and therefore more enemies in play. I tend not to engage enemies in this quest unless I really have to, and when I do I try to kill them quickly. So that kind of gets around that effect a little bit. Same goes for this one, Troll Attack. When revealed, all engaged troll enemies attack. If no troll enemies are engaged, Troll Attack gains Surge. So again, I generally try not to keep troll enemies engaged. I usually pull them down and kill them quickly, so that one tends to be just a blank Surge card as well. But the last one that they added is really nasty, Pursuit on the Shore. When revealed, search the victory display and encounter discard pile for the enemy with the most hit points. Return that enemy to the staging area. If no enemy is returned by this effect, Pursuit on the Shore gains Surge. Cannot be cancelled. That cannot be cancelled is brutal, I have to say, because typically what this ends up returning is a hill troll most of the time. I played a game earlier where I got 2 of these on stage 3B and I had killed 2 hill trolls, so it brought both of them back and I had to deal with them again. Turned out it wasn't that difficult because I had plenty of attack power down by then, but it can be really annoying if you get that the turn after you just killed the hill troll. Very nasty card, and there are lots of enemies that have high hit points in this scenario. You can see those guys have got 8. There's also a Marsh Adder which has got 7, and that's got a victory value of 2 or 3 I think, so that can end up in the victory display. So this almost always brings something back unless you see it early on in the game. Very nasty card. In terms of the deck that I'm going to play in this run through, it's a deck that was posted this week on RingsDB. It's called Flawless Victory. Really nice deck. On paper it looks kind of odd. You've got Rossiel, Thurindir, who's one of my favourite heroes at the moment, as I'm sure you'll have noticed by the videos I've been posting on the channel, and Glorfindel, who we all know and love. I think he's a hero I've come back around to. I think when I was playing the game early on a few years ago, I used to use Glorfindel all the time, every deck. Then I just got completely fed up of him and went completely away from him, didn't touch him for a year, and now I've really come back round to him. He doesn't bother me so much as he used to. I really like using him now. So what this deck is kind of a low threat. You can see it's got 21 starting threat there. Low threat, pseudo-secrecy, victory display manipulation deck. Because we got Rossiel, she gets +2 willpower if the active location shares a trait with a location in the victory display. And she gets +2 defense if an attacking enemy shares a trait with an enemy in the victory display. So the way this deck works is that it uses Thurindir to grab a side quest, which is typically Scout Ahead. And this one, when you complete this one, you can search the top 5 cards of the encounter deck in solo for a non-objective card worth no victory points and add it to the victory display. And you can put the rest back in any order. So that's really good in this quest because it gives you some knowledge of what's going to come up, but also because it allows you, hopefully, if you're lucky, to put one of these in the victory display. And that's a way of dealing with the Gladden Marshlands. So once you've got one of those in the victory display, you can enable this card, The Door is Closed, which is a really powerful card but does take some setup. Response: after an encounter card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its effects and discard it if there's a card with the same title in the victory display. So you don't have to reveal another card, you just outright get rid of it. Really strong card, especially if you've got something horrible like the Gladden Marshlands. So ideally we're going to try to get one of those in the victory display and then avoid it for the rest of the game with The Door is Closed. But generally I've found in testing that this is also useful to discard pretty much anything really. If you can get one of these in the victory display, or maybe a troll spawn in the victory display, it's useful for getting rid of those. And there are various ways to get them in there. We've got none return. That adds a non-unique enemy to the victory display after an enemy is destroyed. And we've also got leave no trace. So after a non-unique location is explored, you add leave no trace to the victory display to add that location to the victory display. So again, if we happen to reveal one of those and manage to explore it as the active location, we can put it into the victory display and stop it coming back is another benefit, I suppose, of that. We're also running 3 copies of Keena's Lances, a really powerful card. You reduce the cost to play it by 1 for each card worth no victory points in the victory display. So if you're playing these, and there are 2 copies of each of these in the deck, then this is going to be free very quickly, I think, this card. It's really useful. You can draw 3, reduce your threat by 4. In this quest, keeping your threat low is really important. You don't want to engage this hill troll early. He's got 30 engagement costs. We start at 21. We can keep our threat nice and low for the whole game, build up a nice big board, and then take him down when we're ready. Again, it's not my deck, as I said. I've made a couple of tweaks to it. It was posted as a kind of multiplayer deck, but the reason I got interested in it is because the person who posted it said that you could use it to beat Nightmare Journey Along the Anduin. So I gave it a try, and I was surprised by how well it worked, to be honest with you. So I'm going to shuffle everything up now, and let's just dive into a playthrough and see how we get on. So I'll chuck all these in the encounter deck. Shuffle that up a few times. And then I'm going to dump these in the deck, and I think I'll just put my hand back in as well. That was a pretty good hand as well. I'm pretty sad about that. Light of Valinor in the opening hand. Shuffle it up a bit. And then we'll draw 6 cards for the opening hand. So let's see how we get on. Okay, so I think when you play this, what you want to be looking for is Light of Valinor, Treebeard, and one of the side quests, because although we can grab one with Thurindir, I think it's nice to have 2 in your opening hand. And I don't have any of those here, so I'm going to take a mulligan and see what we get. Okay, we've got Treebeard, so that's good. Out of the Wild is a nice card to get early on as well. Search the top 5 cards in the encounter deck for any one non-objective card with no victory points and add it to your victory display. Again, that's synergizing with all the victory display stuff we've got going on, so decent hand. Not amazing, but not terrible either. So let's do Thurindir's action now. So we'll go into the deck and get a side quest. So when I first started playing this, I quite liked to get this one, Double Back, which lowers your threat by 5. But I think I'm going to take Scout Ahead. It is quite important to start putting things in the victory display as quickly as possible. So we'll shuffle that up. And then we'll follow the setup instructions. So each player reveals 1 card from the top of the encounter deck and adds it to the staging area. So here we go. I'm just going to shuffle it one more time. Don't trust it. Okay, here we go. First card is East Bite, 1 threat. So that's pretty good actually for a first card. And then we flip it over and we have to search the encounter deck for 1 hill troll if one is not already in play and place it in the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. Players cannot defeat this stage while any hill troll cards are in play, so we have to spend a little while building up and then get rid of the hill troll. So let's go and grab him. I think the best card you could reveal in the setup is actually a hill troll, because then you only end up with 1 card on the first turn, but that's so rare, it hardly ever happens. Alright, so let's kick it off and see how we get on. Okay, so I'm going to play Scout Ahead, and I'm going to quest on that one until it's complete. And I think here, I don't want to play anything. I've got this Calduin Traveller, he's Secrecy 2. My threat's 21, so I need to get down before he becomes cheap. Same for Out of the Wild, I can't play that yet. I could play Quick Beam, but I think I'm going to save my resources and try to play Treebeard next turn. So I'm just going to quest with everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's hardly anything that can engage me here. I'm also going to raise my threat by 1 for Glorfindel's Forced Effect. Currently 2 in the staging area, so let's reveal 1 card. Hopefully not Gladden Marshlands. Alright, Eastern Crows, Surge, Goblin Sniper. That's a bit of an annoying enemy to get early on. So that's added 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're getting 2 progress on Scout Ahead. And then we're going to travel to the East Bite because we have to. When faced with the options travel, the players must travel to the East Bite if there is no active location. So I've got no choice about that. Let's move that one over. And I don't think I want to engage anything here. I'd like to take those out of the staging area, but I don't really want to be taking undefended attacks, so let's wait a turn. But I have to do the forced effect of Goblin Sniper. If he's in the staging area at the end of the combat phase, each player deals 1 point of damage to one character he controls. So let's do it to Glorfindel, and we'll refresh. Alright, another location removing victory display card, so I might play that on the East Bite just to get some cards on the victory display. I think here we'll probably go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I want to keep a resource on Glorfindel for Test of Will. And we'll play Treebeard, and he enters Play Exhausted. And he's going to get me resources so I can keep playing Ents. There are a few Ents in the deck, so it's nice to get him out early. And then questing, I think we'll do 7 again. Well, that looks pretty difficult in the staging area. There's already 4 threats, so maybe we'll get a Treachery. So we'll quest for 7, raising our threat by 1, reveal 1 card. No such luck, Chieftain Uthak, so we're up against 7. Bit of a nasty one. I think I need to pull some threat out of there, really. So I'm going to pull down these Eastern Crows, because we get no progress. And I'm just going to take this undefended, unfortunately. Undefended, no shadow effect, so just 1 wound, and I'll put that on Thurindir, I think. And then refresh. Now we can start getting resources on Treebeard. I've drawn Asphaloth, so that's a decent draw. I'm going to play Quick Beam for 2. And I'll do the damage to him to ready him. And then I think, tempted to play Asphaloth just to start putting some progress on that one. So I'll do 1, 2 for Asphaloth on Glorfindel. Not going to trigger it yet though. Quest phase, I think we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. And we're currently up against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I forgot to do the damage from Goblin Sniper last turn. So let's put that on Glorfindel as well. Yeah, 1 point of damage to one character he controls. That's going to be very annoying. Now I kind of want to get rid of these. Maybe I should just tank them. So I think probably quest with Treebeard here. So we'll do 8. Reveal 1. Smoking Blood. When revealed, remove all damage from all enemies. There isn't any, so it's going to gain Surge. Marsh Adder, another enemy. Good grief. Okay. So we're going to be 8. So no progress again, but I'll use Asphaloth and put 2 on the East Bite. And then a combat phase is going to get a shadow card. I wonder if I should just defend it, or maybe I should kill it. I guess I should probably... I could defend it this turn, and then kill it next turn, and then Treebeard would have 2 resources the turn after, so I could kill something bigger that turn. So let's do that. Let's defend it with Glorfindel. He hardly ever defends. Move all damage on this enemy to the defending character. There's no damage on it, so it's not going to do anything. And then Goblin Sniper will do 1 wound to Treebeard, I think. And then refresh. Fantastic, Light of Valinor. That's going to up my questing power significantly. So I'll play that on Glorfindel. And I can't play any of this other stuff really. I want to keep that Coney in a trap for a Hill Troll ideally. So let's quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're currently up against 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need a bit more than that. So we'll do 2. And probably another 2 with Treebeard. I think we've got to. Reveal 1 card. Driven by Shadow. When revealed, each enemy and location currently in the staging area has +1 threat until the end of the phase. That's going to be +4. Which would take me up by 1 threat. Do I want to cancel it? I think we should cancel it really. I think we need to start getting stuff in the victory display. So let's get rid of it. Cancel that one. So we're going to get 3 progress. I'll play use Asphaloth, sorry. So 1, 2. And then we get 3. 1, 2, 3. Almost completed that. So that one is going away, and I'm going to play Leave No Trace, add that to the victory display to put that one in the victory display as well. So that puts 2 cards in there, one of which is a Wasteland. So now Rossiel will get +2 willpower if we're questing with a Wasteland active location. Now in counter phase, do I want to pull something down? Probably not. I think we want to engage it next turn, use that on it, or maybe just defend it and then kill it. So let's sort this one out. I reckon... Oh, I'm tempted to take it undefended, but the lack of healing is a problem, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to defend it with Glorfindel, no damage. And then Goblin Sniper, I think we'll probably do 1-2 Thurindir. I want to keep Rossiel free of damage. And I don't want to put any more damage on Treebeard because I want to be able to tank a Hill Troll with him. So let's refresh. Alright, another test of will. I'm wondering if it's a good time to play Out of the Wild. I probably want to scout ahead first. So let's not do that. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 still. Questing. Let's see, maybe... Kind of want to draw an ally. That's the trouble. I think maybe we kill the Eastern Crows and add them to the victory display as well. Just to stop them coming back. And then we've got 4 cards in the victory display. It's good to have a creature in there because that means she can defend for 4 against this Marsh Adder. I think that's decent. So we'll do 3 with Glorfindel, 2 with Thurindir, 2 with Rossiel, so that takes us to 7. I didn't give Treebeard a resource, so he can ready this round. So let's put in him and Quick Beam, so we'll do 11. Reveal 1. Brown Water Rats. Oh man, they're annoying. Okay, they're going to come into play, so they add 1, so we get 2. So we do clear Scout ahead, which is good. That means Thurindir is going to go up to 3 willpower. And I can look at the top 5 cards in the encounter deck, choose 1 non-objective card with no victory points and add it to the victory display. Put the remaining cards back in any order. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at that, Gladden Marshlands straight in there. Now then, we can think about what order we want to put these in. There, I don't want that to trigger, so I want that to be a shadow card. And we're going to be up against 2 enemies this turn, so I'll put that one on top. And that one, raise your threat by X. X is the amount of damage dealt by this attack. That could potentially do nothing if it's on the Eastern Crows. So let's put that one on the top, then Pursuit on the shore. Then we'll take Gladden Fields because I've got Asphaloth, so I can put Progress on that. And we'll put them as a shadow card, +1 attack. So we'll do it in that order. And this goes to the victory display. I'm keeping the victory display over here, by the way, because you get so many cards in the victory display with this deck that it's much easier to keep it over here. I don't want to take in Progress off that one. And then engagement, I have to engage these brown water rats. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm thinking maybe I don't engage any of these now. I just leave them here. Because I've got 2 enemies and I want to kill this one this turn. So let's play it that way. So we'll deal out the shadow cards. And then we'll ready Treebeard for 2. And I think we probably want to defend the Eastern Crows with him. So that's not going to do any damage. And then this Water Rat is undefended, unfortunately. Doesn't do anything though, as we know. So I'll probably have to put 1 damage onto Glorfindel. And then attacking back, we will do 3 damage to Eastern Crows. Forced after they're defeated, shuffle it back into the encounter deck. So I'm not sure if I could actually do none return with that, because forced effects go off after responses, I think. So I'm just going to shuffle them back in and not worry about that. It's not a huge deal. Well, it kind of was, I suppose, because I'd ordered the cards with Scout ahead. Never mind. We got rid of Pursuit on the shore. That's all that matters. So let's refresh. Okay, so that Keener's Lancers only cost 2 right now, and I probably need to lower my threat. But I'd also like to draw the cards. So maybe we probably go 1, 2, add it to the victory display, and I will draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, another Keener's Lancers, great. So here, I think I'm going to do... kind of want to keep a resource for Test of Will, because I don't know what's coming, but I also want to play Arwen, because we need questing power. I'm going to play 1-2 from Mablung, and that is going to allow me to engage the Goblin Sniper, so I can stop dealing damage from his effect. I think I actually forgot to do a damage last turn for him. So I'm going to put that on Quick Beam. I'm not going to quest with him anymore, I think. And then I think I'm going to play Arwen and just take the risk on a Treachery being revealed. And do I want to play that Keena's Lances? I don't need to lower my threat just yet, so I can wait for that. Maybe if I kill the Goblin Sniper, I can put him in the victory display, and then that will make that free. So let's play it that way. So questing, we'll do 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 defenders here. I just want to kill this sniper. 7, 8, 9, 10, that's for sure. +1 defense for Treebeard, I think. And let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the moment. Well, if we get Gladden Marshlands, there's nothing we can do about it anyway. So I wonder if I should play Keena's Lancers and draw 3 to try and get the doors closed. I kind of want to lower my threat with it though. Although I am running Elrond's Council, which is also a threat reduction card. I'm going to take the risk on it. I'm going to play it. And I'm going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got Elrond's Council, that's good. So how much do we need to quest for? I'm going to add Rossiel for another 2. And reveal 1 card. Another one of them. Ugh. Okay. 1 threat though, so we're going to get 5 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is going to engage. Very annoying. And we'll deal out some shadow cards. Probably have to go and take another undefended attack. So I only need 3 to kill that. So I'm going to defend the sniper with Treebeard. No damage. This I'm going to have to risk with Quick Beam. I don't want to waste Coney traps on those, really. +1. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, so he is dead. Should have given his Arwen's response to him, really. And this one's undefended. Nothing. 1 wound, though. I'll do that to probably Rossiel. And then attacking back will kill the Goblin Sniper, and I'm going to play None Return to get it in the victory display. Put it to the bottom, and he can go there. Alright, refresh. Lembas. I'm going to play Henemarth for 1. I'm not going to use him yet, though. I think we'll probably play... Well, I'll give Treebeard a resource. Do we play Lembas? Yeah, probably. On Rossiel for 1. And that's all I'm going to do, I think. Then questing, we've got 6 to deal with. So I'll do 3, 4, 5, 6 with Glorfindel, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'll give +1 defense to Rossiel, I think. If I take down, let's see what we got in there, a goblin and an orc. Let's put them at the top. Wasteland and a marshland. So I could take down Uthak, defend with Rossiel, and attack back for 7. I want 1 more. What do I need? 9 to kill him, so I'd need 2 attack. So probably not a good idea. Let's see what gets revealed. Okay, so we've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just go with that. Reveal 1 card. Oh, Gladden Marshlands. Damn, okay. So that puts us on 16 currently. So if I play Elrond's Council for 1, more willpower, lower my threat by 3, 1, 2, 3. That means we're going to go up by 5, so that'll take me to 31. I've got Asfloth, so I can put some progress on it gradually. And then I could defend the hill troll. I could Coney trap him. And I need 12 to kill him. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not quite enough. It's very risky to put damage on him without being able to kill him. So maybe it's best to do some damage to my heroes to lower that threat by 1. I could do 1 damage to Rossiel and then use Lembas to heal her. And that would lower the threat by 1, so I'd go up by 4, so I'd still go to 30 though. So I kind of want to do 2 damage just to give me 1 more turn. But does it do me any good? Really? Probably not, because it just makes these harder to deal with. Yeah, I think we'll go up by 5. It's okay. So we're going to have to take on the hill troll, unfortunately. So we'll travel to Gladden Marshlands. And I'll use Asvlot to put 2 on it, why not? And then we engage the hill troll. And I'll play Coney and a trap on it to hold it off for a turn. Deal out some shadow cards. So that's not going to do anything, so let's get rid of it. Then we've got 2 water rats, so let's defend 1 with Rossiel. She's defending for 2. If it's a troll, resolve this attack against each player. It doesn't do anything in solo. And then this one, I don't want to take this undefended, really. That's the problem here, is the damage from the undefendeds. I guess I'll take it undefended and put the damage on Rossiel. +1. So that would actually kill her. So I'm going to have to Lembas now to heal her, and then she's going to take 2 wounds for the undefended attack. Then attacking back, I could have used Treebeard to defend, I suppose, but I feel like I want to build up those resources to defend that. So I'll do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to put 6 on him. So I hope he doesn't get that move the damage shadow effect next turn. Alright, refresh. Door is closed. There's a good time to draw that. Right after I've got Gladden Marshlands out into play. Would have preferred that last turn, please. I can't really play anything right now, so we're just going to have to quest as best as we can. I wonder if I should use Hennemarth just to have a look. I guess it doesn't really matter because we've got Gladden Marshlands sitting there. But it would mean I didn't have to overcommit, so I need a defense for him. So I've got Treebeard, who should have an extra resource, so he can get 4 defense with Arwen, so that's no problem. So let's put 4 on him, so he'll survive, and we can quest for, let's see, I'm going to use it, I'm going to have a look. Okay, Eastern Crow is not helpful because it searches, but it's another enemy to deal with. So it's adding 1 threat, so we're going to be against 6. So we can quest with Glorfindel, no problem, for 3. We have to quest with Arwen because we need our defense boost, so 5. And kill this, we need 6 only, so we can get that with Treebeard and Glorfindel. So let's do Thurindir as well for another 3. And do we want to do Mablang? Kind of don't want to take another undefended, but I've got Coney in a trap if I need to hold an enemy off, so let's add him as well. Alright, so we reveal Eastern Crows, and that's going to surge into Pursued by Shadow. When revealed, each player raises threat by 1 for each character he controls that is not currently committed to a quest. So that is going to be 3, I think, which would take us to 35. So I'm going to cancel that. I don't want to do that. So that means we're getting 4 progress. I'm going to put 2 on here. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So that's ready to disappear next turn. Then I have to engage the Eastern Crows. Now the question is, do I want to play Coney and a trap on them? I can defend the Hill Troll with Treebeard and ready him. And then kill the Hill Troll with Treebeard and Glorfindel. I can defend one of these with Rossiel, and then I have to take the other one undefended. So I'm going to have to play that there. I don't think I've got a choice really. So we'll use it there. So that can't attack me now. Okay. Shadow cards. Now then, let's do what we said. So he's defending for 4. Defending player chooses and returns 1 exhausted ally he controls to its owner's hand. Well, Mablung wouldn't be terrible. It would mean I could use his response again. So let's go with him, I think. Henemarth's cheaper, but let's go with Mablung. So that's only going to do 2 damage to Treebeard, and I'm going to ready him. Then we'll defend 1 rats with Rossiel. Each enemy engaged with the defending player gets +1 attack until the end of the phase. That's bad. That's a lost hero, I think. Unless I defend with Treebeard, I suppose. Which is probably preferable to losing a hero, really. So this isn't going to attack me, so I'll get rid of that. Doesn't do any damage to Rossiel. And now I've got a choice here. I either lose a hero or I kill the troll. I think we probably defend. I don't want to lose a hero, really. No problem. And attacking back, it's not going to do any damage to that, so I'll kill the crows instead. Shuffle them back in. Alright, refresh. Difficult quest, this one. Very tough. But on the plus side, now I can send the troll back to the staging area with Mablung, so that wouldn't be a bad play, and I can put him up to 35 engagement cost. So I might do that. I think I don't have a test of will, so I don't want to use Henemarth. I'm going to play him for 2, 1, 2, and I'll send the hill troll back to the staging area. So I can decide whether or not I want to engage him in a minute. I probably do. So maybe I don't want to do that, actually. Let's take that back for a second and think about it a bit more. I can defend with Treebeard and then ready him, but I kind of want to throw a chump under the hill troll, I suppose. And we need Treebeard and Glorfindel to defend him. So maybe Mablung chumps the hill troll, and I lower my threat with Elrond's Council afterwards, or before even in the quest phase. Wouldn't be a bad idea. If I take Treebeard to 4 defense, he'd still die from that. So it's not going to help me. Yeah, I think we'll go that route. So we'll do 1, 2, and we'll put him back in there. Okay, let's quest. So we'll do 3, 4, 5. And we're up against 6 at the moment. We can do another 3 with Thurindir. 1, 2, 3. She would get +2 willpower because there's a marshland in the victory display. But I need her for defense. I got 1, 2, 3 defenses and 2 for attack. So I'm going to take the risk here with the 8, and I can play Elrond's Council as well. So reveal 1. Gladden Fields, so that goes up to 9. So we'll play Elrond's Council, get +1 willpower, lower our threat by 3. So we break even, but we can use Asfaloth to put 2 on the Gladden Marshlands, which will get rid of it, thankfully. And I think we travel to Gladden Fields just to get it out of the staging area. Engage the hill troll again. Deal out some shadow cards. So now I'm going to look at the top card of the encounter deck to see what it's going to be for next turn. Eastern Crows again. Surge. Okay. So we will defend the hill troll with Mablung. So we're going to go up by 4 threat. Doesn't do anything. So he dies and we go up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll just defend these out. If this attack is undefended, it's not, so that's fine. And we defend this one with Treebeard. Nothing. And then we'll ready Treebeard for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll kill that hill troll, doing 4 damage. So he is going to go to the victory display, and we have to hope that we don't get pursuit on the shore. Alright, let's refresh. Tense game at the moment, I feel. Let's do, well, we know what the top card of the encounter deck is, so it's not a location. But I feel like his questing power would probably be useful. So let's play him 1, 2, 3. And obviously that response is going to do nothing. Look at the top card of the encounter deck. If it's a location, you may discard it. We know it's Eastern Crow, so no point doing that. We could use Out of the Wild, I suppose. We could have used it, but I'm going to save a resource for the door is closed. So questing, we'll do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think we probably give that defense to Treebeard again, maybe Rossiel. I'm not going to engage any of these, am I? I have to deal with Chieftain Uthak. Okay, maybe that changes things. So he is an orc, which means she'll be defending for 4 against him. So let's give it to Rossiel. So she's going to be 3 this turn. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because he can't really do much apart from quest. And we are up against 6. And I've got Asphaloth to put progress on that if I need to. So we will reveal... if I quest past it, actually, thinking about it, I won't have to deal with him. So maybe it's better to put more willpower in here. Yeah, let's do that. So let's add Rossiel for 14. And we need another 4 at least. So let's use... we can use Asphaloth for another 2. We need 2 defenders. So we've got 2 defenders. Let's risk it. Let's do that. Very dodgy play. So we reveal that one. Reveal one more. Troll attack. When revealed, all engaged troll enemies attack. If no troll enemies are engaged, troll attack gains surge. Watch this be a hill troll. Warg's good. Good, good, good. Okay, so another 2. So we're currently getting 6, which is exactly what we need to progress. So I'm going to put 2 progress on there anyway. I think my threat should have gone up by an extra 1 actually for that. I forgot that forced effect. So just double check things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. So we are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that goes to the victory display. In there. And we'll go to the next stage. Here we go. Let's flip that one over. Reveal 1 additional card from the encounter deck each quest phase. Do not make engagement checks during the encounter phase. Each player may still optionally engage 1 enemy each encounter phase. So do I want to do that? That's the question. Probably not. I've only got 2 defenders this round, so let's not do that here, because I've got these annoying rats engaged. I need to get more bodies on the board, really. Combat phase, I'm just going to have to defend both of them. +1, it's not going to do anything. And then, if I didn't give her defense to Rossiel, I should probably give it to Glorfindel. So let's say we did that, because there's no way I would have given it to Rossiel if she was questing. Deal X shadow cards to this attacker X's number of players in the game. Nothing, so no damage on him. And I could attack back for 1, but it's not going to do anything, so let's refresh. Lembas, okay. Play that on Rossiel. She kind of needs it because she's very close to death. Maybe we play Out of the Wild. I'm not sure what it would do for us really, but I've got nothing else to play, so why not, I guess. Let's play it, see what we get. So we're going to look at the top 5 cards in the encounter deck. For any 1 non-objective card, add it to the victory display. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. So let's do that. Let's just reveal them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hill Troll, that was lucky. Let's add... I really don't like that Wolf Rider. It's a really annoying card. Brown Water Rats is annoying as well, as we know. Necromancer's Reach wouldn't be a bad one to take out of the encounter deck. Unfortunately, I can't put that one in there because it's victory points. What don't we want, I suppose? What's going to hit us the hardest? Probably... that one's okay, I think. That one's annoying. It's between these 2 for me. Yeah, let's... I don't really want another one of them because you can't kill it. It's so annoying. Let's do the Wolf Rider because that shadow effect is really annoying. So we'll put him over there. And then we're just going to shuffle these back in. Alrighty. Quest, we're up against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Revealing 2 cards as well, this is tricky. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not got enough questing power here, I think this is probably a fail. 12, although if we get Necromancer's Reach she's going to die, so let's Lembus her to ready her and heal her as well. 12, 13, 14, I think we've got to. He'll die if we get Necromancer's Reach, but oh well, let's leave him out. So reveal 1 card, Dogwater Beastmaster, another card. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get through this. No way. So another 2, 1, 2. Let's play it out. Let's try and engage one of these and get it out of there. So engage, probably not that one. Probably this one. Shadow cards, ready Treebeard, and we will defend the wargs with him. Please get a shadow effect. No. So they're going back to the staging area. Then we've got to defend the rats, sadly. Attacking enemy cannot be damaged, doesn't do anything. Defend with Glorfindel. Nothing. Alrighty, refresh. Okay, well I'll play her. 2, and I'll look at the top 5. Need some kind of miracle here. Elrond's Council will do. It's a free card, why not? Shuffle that up. He gets a resource. Nothing else to play. So questing we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I give him a resource? No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. I had a resource Treebeard. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do Elrond's Council for another 1. Drop your threat by 3. Reveal 2, 1, 2. Flooded Ford and Brownlands. Eugh, there's no Brownlands in there, is there? Nope. So that's adding another 8. So I think that's probably good game. There's no way I can outquest this now, unfortunately. So we've seen how brutal that is. I don't know if I played that correctly. There's probably 1 or 2 things I probably could have done differently there. But that was a tough run. We didn't get enough bodies on the board is the main problem. And there were a lot of enemies early on there. And I had a bit of bad luck in terms of that Gladden Marshlands. Had that been the next card, I would have had the door is closed, which would have meant I could have discarded it and cancelled it altogether. That really slowed us down, that huge threat bump there. So what I'll do now is cut this video here, and I'll come back in the next one with a successful playthrough, hopefully. I'll see you there.